I was talking to myself a couple of minutes ago. I thought we were live, but we're not. So, ladies and gentlemen, on LinkedIn as well as on YouTube, a very good evening. My name is Azif Mustafa. And a month ago, I ran a webinar called Super LinkedIn Secrets. And quite a few people joined that 3 hour, 2.5 hour seminar webinar. And subsequently, we ran a 21-day challenge, 21-day challenge. And what happened was okay, again, we have to check whether we're live. Oh, yes, we are. We are live. So welcome one and all. There's 20 people here. So I would appreciate if all of you in the audience could tell me where you're from, what you do, why you're here. I'm happy to have all of you on board. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. And without further ado, because it's been a while, we only have 3 people in the house at the moment. Let me just see whether I need to resend the invitation to all my speakers. Just give me a minute. Again, if you are here tuning in right now, let me know where you're from, because typically we have people from all over the world tuning in. We have hello Atika, apa kabar? We also have Alicia. How are you, Alicia? Nice to see you. We have Adriana from KL. How are you, Adriana? We have Alicia, who is from Penang. Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, we have a group of fantastic people who went through 21 days of torture with me. I don't know if it's torture for them or not, but I thought it was fantastic. I loved every minute of it. And without further ado, I'll bring you 2 people on board right now. We have Renee as well as Al Jazura. How are you?
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Azif.
Hello. Wonderful to have you guys, man. Thanks so much for joining me tonight.
It is our pleasure.
So let's start with you, Renee. You joined my Super LinkedIn Secrets webinar, and I don't know if you made the mistake or you signed up for the 21-day challenge. So how has that been for you?
Well, I think, I'm a bit of a sucker for punishment. And the 2-hour session that we had with you on this Sunday, it really got me started. And of course, how could you then say no to the next stage, which was the 21-day challenge? And it has proven to be interesting, fun, stressful a bit. But overall, I've enjoyed it, really.
Excellent. I'm glad you did. How about for you, Al?
I think for me, I've been following Azif for a while, and when he posted that offer, I thought, yeah, why not? I probably need somebody to, get me restarted or push me a bit more, so that I can be a bit more consistent. On social media, that's probably the toughest thing to do, especially for me. To be consistent. So
right.
it's good to have people around to support and
push you. Yeah, it's good to have the both of you, because you're in different kind of stages of your LinkedIn journey. I know, Al, you've been around for a bit. You've built a bit of a following. So when did you start your LinkedIn account?
Restarted probably late 2018.
Wow. So you were actually on before that?
Yeah, I had registered, but forgot about it. Went back to Facebook.
Right.
Got started again, I think late 2018 or early 2019. I started researching and I was doing a lot of research from people in the US. And Gary Vee was mentioning you got to be on LinkedIn. I said, I was already on that platform. Maybe I should go and revisit.
So you've actually been on longer than me, because I only started late last year in 2020 to restart. Obviously, I was on a long time ago. I started in 2009. So to put that in perspective, this was before Netflix. This is before Uber. This is before all things we take for granted right now. But I was on there since then. How about you, Renee? When did you open your profile?
Well, I started on LinkedIn so many years ago that I can't even remember when, but I never actually did anything with it. I just signed up and that was it. I don't think I even remembered how to log in. And then earlier this year, I thought, I mean, I've been retired now since what, August 2017. And I realized that I'd lost touch with a lot of people that I used to work with. And I figured, hey, most of these people would be here on LinkedIn. So I thought, maybe it's time to revisit, the whole LinkedIn thing. And here I am.
Wow. We have a couple more people backstage. I'm just going to bring them online right now. We have Amira. Apa khabar, Amira?
Hi, I'm good, Alhamdulillah. Thank you.
Alhamdulillah. We also have Yiling. How are you, Yiling?
Hello, hi
Hope you.
everyone.
Oh, she has a voice. Just now she couldn't turn on her mic. And we also have Umair. Apa khabar, Umair?
Yo, apa khabar? Good, I'm good.
There you go. Alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
So there's six of you. We asked Al and Renee when they started. Maybe I'll go with you, Amira. When did you open your LinkedIn profile?
Okay, actually, I just opened my LinkedIn on June this year.
Wow. So you're one of the latest editions in June of this year. And how did you discover the Super LinkedIn Secrets webinar
Actually,
and this
I
21-day
discovered
challenge?
it. Okay, I discovered it from Nazrul Irfan Radi. I follow him through my Facebook. I was active in my Facebook before.
Okay,
So when that night you have kind of live session with him and also Aiman Zulkifli,
great.
from there I know about the Super LinkedIn Secrets.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you joining me. How about you, Yiling? When did you start your LinkedIn journey?
Well, I just signed up for the LinkedIn account last month after joining the Super League.
Yay!
So this is my first month in this profile. And before this, I sort of heard about LinkedIn, but I didn't think it was such a big deal, so I didn't join the platform.
Excellent. How about you, Umar? You have been around for a while. I mean, I know you have actually more connections and followers than me.
Yeah, I have been actively adding connecting. Yeah. Okay, I have been I registered LinkedIn quite a couple of years ago. Tapi I registered just for the sake of it after I heard of LinkedIn from somewhere from someone. So I just registered it, but I didn't do much except for just some simple profile. So and then like a couple of months after that, I received a job interview from Standard Chartered Saadik or something. So after that, baru I started to give sort of a more serious look at LinkedIn. Then sejak tu yang saya mencantikkan my profile. Yeah, so that is the about how I started into LinkedIn.
Excellent. So,
Yeah.
quick shout out to all of our super duper audience. We have people from all over the country, it seems, from KJ, from Penang, from KL, Razin here from Bangi. He's joining us in the second half of the show. We have Sahab. Assalamu alaikum. Where is he from? Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Walaikum salam, Sahab. We have Israel from Penang. So thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in tonight. I know this is all because of our speakers tonight. I told them I'm not going to promote the show. You guys promote the show and see how many people will show up. And we have about 40 people right now tuning in. So that's fantastic. Back to you, Renee. So now that you're on LinkedIn and you had the intention to reconnect with people you used to work with, how has it been so far? Now that you've been a bit more active, posting daily, I hope for the last 21 days at least.
Well, since I started in January, I've been posting, but not every day. Yeah, until your 21-day challenge came along, and then I mean, it's a challenge, right? So you gotta either meet it or beat it. So I have been trying my best, but I found actually that not only is it tough to post every day, it's hard to post roughly at the same time every day, especially when you've got other things going on, other training, other work, family stuff that you got to sort out. So I think the 21-day challenge really drove home the fact that it is not easy to maintain and sustain this. But hey, I've done it now for 21 days, and I'm not going to stop here. I'm going to try and keep going, chug, chug, chug,
Right.
like an old train.
Thank you so much for that. Al, how has it been for you? I mean, I know you've been around and you are active on Facebook. You do your lives anyway over there. How different is it for you to engage with the audience on LinkedIn?
I find it's well, I honestly find it's a lot easier to engage with audiences on LinkedIn. And I actually have preference for LinkedIn over other social media platforms. I still keep them just to just so that people know I'm still around, doing work and all that. So I do post regularly, but not as regular as how I do my engagement on LinkedIn. I actually prefer the platform. Uh, but of course, being in this group together with you guys, there's a there's a push factor. So although I don't quite post the same times and all that, but I try and engage with everyone, and I push myself to make sure I post consistently as well. So
Consistency is definitely key. I mean, being consistent at the same time is hard, like Renee said. Even for me, I don't manage to post every morning, but in the long run, it's okay. Your posts. I think posts live longer on LinkedIn than any other social media, right? If you
yes,
post something on Instagram this morning, in a couple of hours, it's gone. Nobody can see it anymore.
yeah,
Or same thing with Facebook. But on LinkedIn, I mean, I still have likes on posts that I did last week or 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. So, the shelf life is definitely much longer. So let's go to these two young ladies here. I know Amira is a recent graduate. Are you Amira?
Actually, not that
Not
recent.
so recent.
Yes, but I become a kindergarten teacher, I have to quit because I have been a caregiver to my late father.
Right. Yeah,
Yes,
that's tough. So you're currently looking for the new adventure, the new job?
yes, actually, yes.
Excellent. So, how have you found this last 21 days that you were with us in terms of building your audience and building your connections on LinkedIn?
In my case, at first, I think I'm doing great. I just post every day, but for only for 12 days. So that's why I have restart my challenge. I restart my challenge on the 21-day challenge again. This is
Right.
my third day.
Excellent, excellent. I mean, everybody, life goes on. Like Renee says, so many things are going on for all of us. And it's, if you have to restart, you restart. And like for all of us, it doesn't stop at 21 days, does it? We're continuing to post, we're continuing to find our voice. I think that's very important. But for a young person like you, Yiling, what have you found? And since you're the latest addition to LinkedIn among us here, how has this experience been for you?
Well, I'm actually a school teacher as well as a budding content creator and also a postgraduate student. So, being here, I get to expand my networking, which is great. I get to connect with people from all around the world, from all walks of life, whether it's the same industry or different industry, because I think everyone has something to offer and to learn from each other.
Exactly. You've already started your content creation journey. You have wonderful videos, wonderful posts coming out from you. I hope to see a lot more from you. Umair, just like Al, I mean, as a business person and somebody offering services to the public, how have you found using LinkedIn to do that?
Okay. I would say uh, perhaps lebih kurang macam Mr. Al. I dah meninggalkan the like Facebook or IG. I focus more on LinkedIn sebab for professional reasons lah. So, yeah, from here yang I dapat establish connections with professionals and the feel, the mindsets different than the other social media. So, and through LinkedIn, I dapat establish connections, network with yang kalau sebelum kewujudan LinkedIn, we don't have this kind of opportunities tau.
Right.
So basically LinkedIn is another world lah, I would say. So yes, that's about it.
Excellent.
Yeah.
A quick shout out to our international guests. We have Omar from Turkey. We have Sahab from Toronto. Excuse us a bit. We're going to jump from Malay, our Malay language in Malaysia, and English. We're just going to jump back and forth. If there's anything that you don't understand, please put it in the chat box. We will try and answer you, or you can DM me. Please connect to everybody on screen right now, right? Because these are fantastic people. All of them have had this amazing experience over this past 21 days. But what we said is what we learned from the 21-day challenge. Okay, so the next round, starting from you again, Renee, is what's the key thing? What's the main thing that you've learned from this experience of pushing yourself to post every day for 21 days?
Well, I have actually drawn on a lot of my own life experience and tried to share those stories with people on LinkedIn. And I agree with what Al said and Umar as well. It's a different type of platform compared to the other social media platforms. It isn't just about posting happy pictures, from birthday parties and stuff. It's a little bit more serious, but at the same time, there's room to be personal and to tell personal stories. Because, I used to think, which is probably why I never really got active on LinkedIn before. I thought it was a really serious platform where everything had to be about work and, clever kind of posts to do with your industry or stuff like that. And now, since joining this course with you, I realized that no, it isn't that at all. I mean, that's part of it, but it's a small part of it.
But then you saw my TikTok videos.
Yeah, skipping rope and stuff like that. So I also come lah with my rock climbing.
Yeah, and you're running and all
Yeah.
of that. So I think it's wonderful that you're sharing, what you have done over the vast experience that you've had. People talk about the permanency of the internet, right? Whatever you do, it's going to be there. So what better platform for you to share all of those wonderful years that you've had working in so many different organizations and doing different things and growing as a person than to share it on LinkedIn. So it's always going to be there. So congratulations for that, Renee.
Thank you.
Al Jazeera, I'm sure people say that, are you related to that TV station in the
Oh, no,
Middle East somewhere? No, okay.
nothing to do with Al Jazeera. But at least I can claim that I was first.
Yes, before they got established.
Tumpang famous.
All right. So what would be one thing that you have discovered, that you've learned over this past 21 days?
Okay, so specifically for the last 21 days, I think I think if you put in a lot of effort to engage with other people, to actually create content, you will eventually achieve whatever you want to achieve, whether it's growing your network, whether it's highlighting your presence, creating your presence, or even looking for opportunities. I think key is being consistent. I wouldn't say it's every day. Of course, to get started every day is definitely good. But if you are consistent, then definitely you trigger a lot more responses. I probably have gotten many more direct inquiries over the last 21 days as compared to before. I used to also get connection requests and all that, but I think this time round it's a lot more purposeful. People are a bit more specific when they connect with me and all that, which I think is good. Because sometimes going through all those personal requests and all that takes a bit of time. So when you see they are more serious about wanting to engage with you and perhaps collaborate, then we can zoom in to all those inquiries a lot faster as
Cool.
compared
I'm
to
good.
just casually, connecting.
Right.
So for me, that would be it. So when people see that you're very active, then they tend to want to uh, send you a personal note.
So for the audience, I'd just like to point out that every person on the screen right now has a different journey, a different purpose. Renee is retired. I'm not looking for work, and I don't have a business. I don't have anything to sell. Al does. Umair does. Amira is looking for work. Chang is a teacher. So there's so many different ways, and everybody has their own space. And I mean, LinkedIn is huge enough for all of us to do our thing, and there's plenty room to grow as well. So
Yep.
back to you, Amira. That I know you're looking for work, and you used to be a teacher, a preschool teacher. So what kind of work are you looking for now? What's the area that you're interested in?
For now, I don't think I'm going to be choosy for my work. Maybe if I can work for food and beverages also, I will accept the job.
Right. So right now, times are tough, right, for everyone, and whatever work is out there is grab it. If you've not followed Ayu Shaira, Amira, I highly suggest. Ayu is in the house tonight, my homegirl. She, is a trailblazer of Malaysian LinkedIn content creators, producers. Amazing story. Just a fresh graduated last year, and now works for BP. And had so many job offers before she started work that she started sharing those offers and how to get offers from employers even while you're still studying. So she has a great experience with that. And today she has, I don't know, 25,000 followers. I don't know. When I first met her, she had 10,000, and this was just a few months ago. And we were on stage together at a university who invited us to speak about LinkedIn. That's why I got to know her, and we started collaborating. And she just shot through the roof. And all she does really, Renee and all of you, is just share her own experiences about what she's doing. And just because she's sharing authentically, and she writes with such a strong voice, people resonate with her. And her typical post has 5, 6, 700 likes, which is a dream for most of us. But this is we need to learn from them. So I highly recommend everyone in this call right now to, if you've not followed Ayu Shaira Salim, please do so right now. Thanks for sharing, Amira. Yileng, so as a teacher and, as you said, a budding content producer, as a student still studying, why would a student get on LinkedIn?
So for me, I am looking for future opportunities. So currently as a teacher, I might not know, maybe one day I will be working in the content creation industry. So I would love to know people from that industry as well. So it's good to be here because I get to connect with many people.
Excellent. Great perspective and a great attitude right there. So Umar, as another business person, looking for leads, looking for people, have you found LinkedIn to be a successful channel for you to actually connect with people?
Yeah. I would say it is a successful channel for me. And anyway, I treat LinkedIn bukan not as orang cakap straightforward to get leads, but more to establish relationships in a professional way. So dari situ yang I mean from that points baru akan go through the journey and see how things go. And then comparing to the likes of Facebook, it is different kind of establishing relationships here in LinkedIn. So basically that is how I see and treat LinkedIn as lah. Basically to establish a relationship, and then from there onwards we will just see how it goes.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
banyak jadi
So
kawan-kawan. Yeah.
yeah, to become friends.
Yeah.
Really, to everyone tuning in right now, that's a great lesson for all of us. Is connect first to the person, right? because people want to connect to you as a human being. They don't want to connect to a brand or to a product or something you're selling. You know, especially one of my pet peeves is the first time you DM me is to give a brochure or to say, can I present something? I know you want that sale. Everybody, you know, I respect people who do sales. I do. But if it's the first time you're on a date with me, I don't want to know too many details, right? You give me what's important first. I want to know who you are as a person. I don't want to, you know, all of these details about your products and offerings. So, you know, what Umar said was perfectly a great lesson for everyone to learn is connect with people first. What happens after that. And people are definitely more likely to buy from somebody they like and they connect with and they respect and somebody they want to read from and watch their posts from than a stranger. So I guess my tip is don't be a stranger. Go out there, share yourself, share who you are, and you know we never know which one of our connections is going to open that door to that opportunity that we're all been waiting for. So one of my responsibilities tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is to take care of time. I am very sorry to this group of wonderful people: Amira, Renee, Yileng, Umar, Al Jazeera already dropped off. That this is all the time we have for you, but you will be on live again. I would urge each and every one of you to apply for a LinkedIn live broadcast. It's not open to everyone. You need to apply for it. I'll give you the link. You need to apply and apply and apply. Some people need to apply for a long time before they get it. I got mine on the first try. I don't know why, but I think it's important for you to branch out. You've already posted videos, all of you. Now go live because that will definitely open up a huge door of opportunities for you and connecting with people. Umair, especially, you need to go live, man. And all of us need to share stories on live and connect with the audience in a different way. So, with that, ladies and gentlemen, please help me to thank Renee Aziz Ahmad, Amira Mansour, Chang Yileng, and Umair Aminuddin for coming on board with me tonight. Good day, everyone. Good night. Good evening. Thank you so much. We'll see you again. Bye bye. We have a whole different set of people waiting in the wings, ladies and gentlemen, to come on board. But before that, unfortunately, all these beautiful people on screen have to leave. So leave me alone here. All of you have to go and empty the studio so that other people can come on board. Thank you so much. I have a long comment or question here from Azli. He says, I've tried to post on LinkedIn on a daily basis. However, he's failed to do so. One thing that I've learned is that you didn't plan well for your content. In my actual work, I've successfully planned and executed content creation for my organization. Okay, it's kind of too long for this, but I hear you, Azli. It's tough, you know, it's tough to kind of, okay, it's tough to produce content on a daily basis. It gets easier if you plan it right. One of the things that we did go through in the super secret LinkedIn webinar that I ran was how to kind of plan out your week so that you know what type of post that you want to post. So a free lesson to everyone right now is what we went through is we tried to look inside ourselves and say, what are the emotions that we want our audience to feel from our content? So based on those emotions, we picked the top 3 that we felt our audience needed to get from us. After they read our post or watch our video or see whatever content that we've produced, what do we want them to feel? So if you want them to feel motivated, for example, then it's easy. You know that your post has to be motivating. So then you come up with 3 posts for the week that are all motivating in nature, then you know it's there. So you don't have to crack your head and say, what am I going to post about today? What's going to happen tomorrow? And because you know already what you want people to feel. So it's easy. When you see things happen around your life that touches you emotionally, you already know there's a trigger. Oh, I can create a piece of content from here. So I hope I've answered a little bit of your questions. You can feel free to DM me, Azli, or comment on my post and I'll get back to you. Thank you so much for that great question. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have at least 3 more people in the studio waiting to come on board, and I'll just put all of them on at the same time. Why not? We have Nurul Fatia, we have Dean Shamsuri, and we have Anusha coming on board live on LinkedIn Live as well as on YouTube. How are you, ladies and one gentleman? Let's start with you, Mr. Gentleman. Dean, how are you?
Hello, how are you? How are you, Azif? How are you?
Alhamdulillah. Thank you so much for coming on board. We have Nurul. Apa khabar, Nurul?
Alhamdulillah. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, you sound and look wonderful.
Thank you.
Anusha, how do I pronounce your name right, Anusha? I don't want to get this
correct. Venusha, it's a silent P.
silent P, Venusha. Wonderful. So, where are you dialing in from, Venusha?
I'm from Seremban, Negeri Sembilan.
Okay, welcome. Not far from me. I'm on the border of Nilai. I'm in Sepang, Bandar Baru Salatiga. So welcome, one and all. Start with you, Dean. When did you start your LinkedIn journey? When did you open your profile?
If I remember correctly, I start LinkedIn in 2017, but that one I just start LinkedIn for the purpose of sharing and also getting knowledge about my career of an internal audit. So that's how I start my LinkedIn journey.
Wonderful. So 2000s. But have you been active since you opened that?
Not really active, just sharing of professional knowledge and also getting some information on how to do better auditing. That's all. Not so much like right now.
Right. Now, after the 21 days, now you know what to do already.
Yes.
Okay, Nurul Fatia, how are you and when did you begin your LinkedIn journey?
This is embarrassing because when I scroll my LinkedIn just to see who is my first connection on LinkedIn, and I realized the first person is my best friend, and it was 10 years ago.
Oh, wow.
I'm so sure back then I was looking for a job. That's why I went to LinkedIn. So,
And then you kind of forgot about it and didn't even know you were on LinkedIn?
I'm fully aware that I have LinkedIn, but back then there is not much reason to post rather than searching for a job. I am more active around 6-7 years ago when I was in consulting, because networking is a key when you're in consulting, right? But then again, I did not post every day, maybe once a month, 2 months once.
Right. Off to you, Venusha. When did you start your LinkedIn profile?
It all started this year, March, when I had to actually open LinkedIn for my student Maybank ambassador because it was a priority. And then I had to continue for intern placement. So that's the reason I actually had LinkedIn.
Right.
For another reason.
So, again, just like our previous group, oh, and we have one more person on the call. We have Razin Hadi.
Hello, YB.
YB kita is here.
YB is kind of frozen. Razin, are you there?
Yes. Do you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but your image is kind of frozen at the moment. But we can still talk to you. So the same question to you. When did you start your LinkedIn profile?
I started my LinkedIn profile on, maybe this is my first month, actually. After I'm joining your live session on YouTube with KUPTM student. So that is my first time of creating this profile.
Right. So I love those sessions where I go to universities and talk to university students because people, create their profile because of something that I was sharing. It just makes me feel so good that I've shared so much. But let's stick with you, Razin. We know recently you just posted that you are now on the youth cabinet. What's this about?
Dewan Muda Malaysia.
Dewan Muda Malaysia. There you go. Dewan Muda Malaysia. For those of you who do not speak Malay, this is the young. What is it in English, Razin?
National Youth Common Hall.
There you go. It's basically the Parliament of Malaysia, but for young people. So it's the Youth Cabinet of Malaysia, and YB Razin here was elected onto it. So congratulations, Razin.
Thank you.
So as a student, why are you on LinkedIn? What are you looking for?
So I think because of before I'm joining the LinkedIn platform, I was actively on Instagram, likewise all the student, right? But because on on other platform, I have to find something that I want to post that okay for them. But in this platform, I think that like you said, authentic over perfection. So I don't have to think about anything. I just want if I want to share, and I will share. So that's one the key point that I get on this platform.
Thank you. Exactly as IU is commenting, authenticity
Yes.
over perfection. So, yeah. So this is what we go by. All of us who are producing content on a regular basis, a consistent basis, know this, because if we do seek for perfection, the post is never going to come out, right? You're going to edit and edit and edit, and it's never going to come out. So, Vanusha, have you found the same thing? We've
Yes,
read very
always.
wonderful posts from you.
Yes, always. Especially if in LinkedIn, I wouldn't mind posting anything. I would just like, okay, this is useful. This is going to create an impact. I'll just post it. It's good or bad. It's like another thing. But if it's Instagram or Facebook, I'll be thinking, am I going to get viral? Am I going to
Yes.
backlash? Am I something going to happen? That's what I always think twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So that one thing that she mentioned, it was sometimes in my mind when I posting at other platform.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. LinkedIn seems to be a very supportive and accepting platform. That's what I found, at least. Dean, what has been your experience so far?
So far, I just wanted to share that I like to write, but to write on LinkedIn is a very game changer for me, because you need to be careful on the word that you use, and you need you cannot use some rojak word that I used to do when I writing in Facebook. I usually write in Facebook, and also in LinkedIn you need to look professional. So that's why I keep challenging myself to, and also like what been mentioned by Renee and also Ume previously, and also it's quite challenging to make it consistent to write on LinkedIn every day, especially to find a good content to share with your network or anybody else. But it's quite a good challenge for me to write on LinkedIn.
Shout out to your boy there, Ashmawi, who's here to support you.
Yeah.
Wonderful to have friends and people supporting you, especially on LinkedIn. It's just a great feeling. How about for you, Nurul? What has been your experience so far on LinkedIn?
Um, um, for the past 21 days, I think I have it's a journey to find my rhythm, actually. Like, okay, what works and what don't works, what are the content that is perceived as good by LinkedIn and perceived as good by viewer as well. Because what I learned is the content that I thought is going to be good, as in have a lot of views, don't garner the amount of views that I wanted. But the post that I was, okay, maybe I just post this today because I tak ada idea, and yang itu yang banyak, that garners
Yeah.
thousands of views. I'm like, this one? Okay, so I'm still learning, like, looking back, it's not about view actually. Having a lot of view makes you feel good, like, oh, okay, people are browsing through my content. But it's also some satisfaction in knowing that what is the appetite from the users dekat LinkedIn ni. Because if Facebook, I put a lot of things that I cook, or people, my friends like, oh, what's that?
Exactly.
Dulu share recipe kan. But on LinkedIn, it's not like that. So I'm still watching and looking for what make people tick.
Well, to everybody tuning in today, this is the seminal question for all of us producing content on LinkedIn. We really never know. But so the goal needs to be not external. The goal has to be, what am I satisfied by sharing? What can I give to my community? It doesn't matter if there's 10 people who read it, or 100 people, or 10,000 people. But if we've done our best and we've put it out there, obviously we love to see all the loves, and we love to see all the comments and the likes. But that shouldn't be what it's about, right?
Correct.
What we do is do our best, produce what we want to produce, because again, and I've said this during Super Secrets, is that you do you best. Nobody can do Vanusha, nobody can do Dean, nobody can do Nurul, nobody can do Razin better than you can. So there's only one of you in this world. So make sure that the world understands who you are and your uniqueness and your creativity. So back to our topic, we told people that we're going to share what we learned. So it was 21 days. I must admit, it's not easy, even for me, to show up every single day and be raving and be excited and be energetic. So, what would be the best or the most memorable lesson for you over this past 21 days? Maybe we'll start with you, Venusha. What can you?
For me, as for me, okay, as for me, the most memorable thing every single night before I sleep, I will be searching for content. And if I run out of content, I will just go to I just go to my university page and I'll download because currently my university is posting up so many good things that I believe everyone has to see. It doesn't matter you're a student, you're a graduate, or anything. So as I go through, I always make sure that everyone has to look at me like I'm a professional person. But as the day goes on, I realize that this posting doesn't actually mirror who I am. But it's when I read the comments, it also gives out other people hopes, gives out people like the bravery for them to go through their life, especially in this current situation. So when I keep reading comments, good comments, which I don't get in other platforms, it makes me it boosts my motivation. So I really, really find these are my most memorable things I faced throughout my 21 days.
Yep, yep. And we've read some really good stuff that you put out, Venusha. Emotional intelligence, things of that nature was very wonderful. And like one of Renee's recent posts, she said she was an accidental pacer, right? So all of us are basically accidental leaders because whatever you put out, somebody will resonate with it, and somebody needed to hear it at that point in time, right? Somebody needed to read it. So even if you're a student, even if you're just graduated, whoever, if you put something out there that touches somebody else's lives, you have really made an impact and made a difference. So congratulations for that. How about for you, Dean? What's been that one lesson that you've learned over this past 21 days?
Well, what the lesson that I learned is to be persistent and so to be consistent. Where when joining this 21 days challenge, we always get to all of the members are sharing their posts and also in our group, so that we also me also need to have to get the challenge that I need to do the posting as well. I need to do posting as well, but when I see it, I don't have enough time, or maybe I don't have the courage to post a video like yourself, Azif. But I think I need to have the courage like to do the jump rope video like you. That's very 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 interesting and also very quite inspiring. And also, yeah, at first when I joined LinkedIn, I mostly focus on to find jobs, so that my post not really post that to share with other people, but more towards finding a job. But LinkedIn also give me the way on how to write properly and also do a proper sharing. And also from LinkedIn also it's a good platform because from LinkedIn I got a job offer last year and so this year. So that's great. Yep. And also, yes, the first thing that I learned is to complete your profile to gain the all-star status.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when you first joined me in Super Secrets, you didn't have an all-star profile yet?
I don't think so. I have an all-star status at that time. Thanks
Yeah,
to you.
it does make a difference,
Yeah.
especially in your reach. So Nurul, are you with your eagle eye spotted a business model canvas
Yes.
behind you? So okay, what's that about? Are you in business? What do you do, Nurul?
Oh, okay. I call myself a learning experience designer and I move solo. Okay, I'm a solopreneur and the industry that I'm in is learning development, especially now people are going into virtual. So that is my services to help as many people on board into virtual learning and also to help them create a creative space for the session so that when people go to your class, it feels like Taman Sugar. You want to stay in there and you want to feel good. So those are some of the thinking behind what can I do more, what when I say creative space, what it is, how can I help people be in that space and help people learn better in that space.
Nice, excellent.
Yeah.
So over the past 21 days, I mean, you joined my class, which was very simple, and we were using YouTube live. How did you find that? What was your experience sitting for 2 hours plus with me on that webinar?
It was good because there's always something new to learn. There's always something that you have forgotten, and it's a good refresher. So it's awesome, and I invite a lot of you who's listening right now to join that session if you have a chance. And I believe Azif is going to do that again. So please join this challenge because as much as you think you know about LinkedIn, you do not know everything. So join and learn something new.
Thank you so
It's,
much
it's
for
worth
that
it. It's worth
pitch.
it.
Thank you for that. As you can see, there's no business canvas behind me because I'm not really a businessman. I do this, to help as many people as I can. And like I said at the start, I'm becoming super duper crazy busy at work right now. So I'm kind of actually tapering down on the amount of time I have to share. Like all of us, we have family, we have friends, we have other responsibilities as well. So it really is a balance. So unfortunately, guys, I don't have a date for the next Super LinkedIn Secrets webinar. What I'm thinking, and this is just a plan, is to just run the 21-day challenge as a 21-day course. So since I've already built up some content, for this group, I have shared every single day tips that I draw out and what I've learned over the time that I've been serious on LinkedIn. So I share that on a daily basis. So I think I'm building up enough content to provide value every day for 21 days. So I think I'm going to break up that course, that 3-hour webinar, into 21 days. So it's less time consuming for me at one go. And then maybe help more people in that way. So thanks, Nurul, for that. And back to our YB Razin. So what would be the one lesson you've learned over this past 21 days? I know you're busy with many other things as well.
I think besides consistency that Mr. Dean said just now, one of next thing is engaging with your audience or comment. So because before this, I just post either on Instagram or Facebook. I just post and then the comment I just kalau yang kita kenal tu maybe kita reply kan. Tapi I think dalam tips of the day 7 or day 8 something like that, you said that padahal benda ni kita dah tahu, tapi bila orang bagi tahu balik consistency beside consistency, and then we need to engage also with the comments, all the comments. And when I do that, when I do for the past 21 days, when I engage with the audience, with the comment, I got many new connection. I got many new networking, and it was a fun journey though, because before this on other platform, bila I tak engage, dia macam tak nak aja. And kita brain for the content tu lama, tapi bila kita tak engage tu bila ada orang ingatkan tu dalam tips tu, that was a good experience for me.
Right. That's a great lesson. Again, for everyone tuning in, that's something that you need to spend time and energy on, because there's no two ways about it. You can't write a script for a bot and get it to like everybody's post. That doesn't work. So you actually have to, share of yourself when you comment, make meaningful comments, because it does make a difference. And one tip, maybe we didn't even go through this on our 21 days, but if you find like a viral post, right? A post with 1,000 comments and 10,000 likes perhaps, that is actually a platform for you to write a very concise and meaningful comment, because the majority of those 1,000 comments are going to be thumbs up, awesome, good job, thank you for sharing, those sort of things. And that's like thousands of those. But if you actually put some thought into it and put like a paragraph of something meaningful to add to the discussion, then sometimes hundreds of people will like your comment more than people like your post actually. And all of those 100 people will look at you differently and say, hey, this person has something good to share, and maybe I should check out their profile. Maybe I should check out the other posts. So this
Agree.
is one good way to expand your connections, is to seek out, viral posts. I use posts, for example, it always goes viral, or anyone from all over the world. I would really urge all of us here to seek out connections outside of your normal connections, outside of Malaysia, outside of your industry, outside of your university, so that you broaden your perspective and you see things from different lenses. That's always a good thing.
Yeah,
So
so
go
Zip
ahead.
just give us one good tip, and this is the kind of good tips that you're gonna get in the whole 21 days that you're not gonna get anywhere else. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
over
I
to you,
need to
Razin.
hire Nurul as my marketing person. Lah. She's doing a great job selling me. Thank you so much. So, again, I have to keep track of time, ladies and gentlemen. I'll go one more round with all of you. So, I just like you to share with the audience. And there's people tuning in and spending their precious time. Everyone's busy, right? And there's people from all over the world, really, tonight with us. Maybe one memorable thing that you want to share. It may not be a lesson, maybe something somebody said to you, whatever, over this past 21 days and during the Super LinkedIn Secrets webinar that we had together. Maybe this entire experience for you, what does it mean to you? And one thing that you'd like to share with everyone. Vinusha,
The one
we
thing
always
I would
start with
like
you. Don't be surprised. I always call you.
Okay, so the one thing I would like to share for everyone is it doesn't matter what content you're putting. Yes, of course, you have to see whether it's good, it's going to affect someone, it's sensitive or not. It's one of the things. But if you think it's going to make an impact, you think if it's going to create a positive thing, it doesn't matter it's a code or it's somebody's food also can actually make somebody happy. It's just the food can even brighten someone's day. Like things you can't find in other platforms, if you can find in LinkedIn, just continue posting because you have no idea how others will look at you. It doesn't matter it's professional, they'll look at you, oh, you're fun. Oh, you're an exciting person, you're not boring, like, or some people who's bored to death. No, you're not going to be like that. The other people's perspective is important, how they look at us. Because right now, if in LinkedIn, professionalism, besides professionalism, how people look at us is also important. So consistency and then your content, and then keep just believing on what you're doing. You will 100% succeed in this LinkedIn.
Wonderfully said. Thank you so much, Vinusha. How about you,
Welcome.
Dean? What's your one thing that you want to share with everyone here?
Yes, I agree with Vanessa, and also I think this can be shared with all of us also, that consistency and also making a good impact to everybody when making posting, so that everybody can maybe can reflect to themselves, and also to make good reflection, at least positivity to them, for it, based on what we posting, maybe laughing on what we did or whatnot, whatever, but
Yep.
yep, that's a good thing.
Cool. Now, Husni is joking now. I can't do my skipping right now, especially since underneath this Hawaiian shirt, I'm wearing my kain sarong. So I'm not going to be skipping tonight. Maybe one day we'll see, Husni. Maybe I'll run a show on just skipping. There's a lot of people who are much more experienced than me. As you know, I started skipping just about the same time these people started this journey with me. 30 days
Yeah.
ago, I started skipping. So I've been posting weekly updates. Maybe for now it's going to be monthly updates. But surprisingly, that silly skipping videos that I've been posting has received so many, so much engagement, so many comments, so many shares. Even it's ridiculous sometimes. If something fun that I'm doing has so much value for people. So thanks for that. How about you, Razin? Was there one thing you want to share with people? Something that is a key takeaway for you?
One thing that I want to share, especially to my fellow students, my fellow comrades. So, this platform is not just a career-related platform or job-related platform. I just knew this for the past 1 month, and I think this platform is a good one for you to start even before you graduate. So, like myself, I will be graduating on next year, but it is more than that. It is more than job related content. It is much more inspiring and fun journey with other connections. So the one thing that if the audience want to take away, and he or she is a student, you may start right now. Surely the best the best year to start is maybe 5 years before this, but the second best is right now.
Right now.
Agreed.
Well said. That's why he's a YB. You see
Yeah.
what he's saying? That's why he gets the votes. Congratulations. But you know what I say when I talk to students in universities, I say if I could crawl in this camera, I would choke you to make you open your profile right now, because it's so important for students to put themselves at least a foot above all these hundreds of thousands of other graduates at the same time with them. And if you talk about employment is global today, right? You can find work around the world because you're working from home anyway, and so which also means you're competing with graduates from all over the world. So you need that advantage. For students, if you're tuning in right now, get your LinkedIn profile up. Go and Google what to do. Find DM me or DM anyone on the screen right now. We'll be happy to help you, at least get you started. So do that. Before I go to you, Nurul, IU has just dropped some wisdom here. She said tagging people like me can also increase the possibility. He has 15,000 followers. All of them will be able to see yours as well. But make sure, as if I need to like and comment on your post lah. So this is the 21-day challenge. Yeah, this is how it works. It's about collaboration, really. So which is why I collaborate with IU and she collaborates with other people. I collaborate with Shanae Moray, who has 1 million followers, right? So we need to find these people who we can collaborate with, because their network becomes our network if we do it well. So that's a great tip from IU. Thank you so much, IU. So Nurul, how about you? What's that one thing that you wanna share with our audience tonight?
Well, a lot of people do not write on LinkedIn because they don't have time. So here's the thing. For the past 21 days, I eventually found times to do it. So here's a tips for you. If you have 5 minutes, what is it that you can post in that 5 minutes? If you have 1 hour, by all means, do something with that 1 hour. What is the most important things, like everybody has shared tonight, is it has to be useful and meaningful to someone. If it's not even someone, then at least to you, it is useful and meaningful enough for you to share. So there is time. There is. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for that tip. I'd like to reiterate that there is time. And that last point you made, that even if nobody finds it useful, if you do, hey, I mean, it's your time and it's your page, it's your feed. If you want to post something personal or something that you want to remember, something that you want to advise your future self, go ahead and do it right now, because there's no better platform, I think, for this, especially if you are building a career, if you're building a network, if you're building a business. There's no better platform to be on right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in for this past hour. I'd like you to join me in thanking Venusha, Dean, Razin, as well as Nurul for
Thank
coming
you.
on board with me tonight. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. We will always be brothers and sisters on LinkedIn, so don't be a stranger. I'm always here. Just DM. I'm just a DM away. All right, so goodbye, guys. I'll still be on the screen for this next few minutes just to wrap up, but we're saying goodbye to all our guests, and it's just me for this next couple of minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, again, I'd just like to thank everyone who joined me for Super LinkedIn Secrets last month, and who joined me, these 9 beautiful people who joined me tonight on our live show and joined me for the last 21 days on this journey of a 21-day challenge. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Please do continue to support my posts and my content. Let me know what you want to see more of, or what you don't want to see. If something that you don't want to see and I want to post it, too bad. I'm going to post it anyway. It's my feed. But if there's something you want me to do more of, I'd be happy to consider that. But again, if you're connected with me, I'm a DM away. If you need help in any way, I will do my best to help you. And if I can't, I'll tell you that I can't help you, and I'll do my best to point you in the right direction to somebody who can. So with that, I'd like to wish everyone a wonderful night. If you're here in Malaysia, wherever you are in the world, have a great day, great evening, great night, great afternoon, and continue to be kind to yourself and to everyone around you. Take care, everyone. Stay kind. Ciao. Bye-bye.